Hey, it's Panzerkunst here, and let's look at that view. That just kind of represents where my brain's at right now. Pretty blank. But talking about the video, how do you capture sectors? What do the capture points mean? How do you do all that stuff? Nowhere does it ever really show you. You kind of have to figure it out on your own. So I went to the forums. I copied some pictures from there that show the ground targets. That's the first thing I want to talk about. These little ground targets, the gun with the three tents, the four little tents, these little houses here, concrete structures. And then in the airfield, they have these little ones also. These are going to be worth 15 each. So keep that in mind when you're bombing. These should be your least priority because they're not worth that much. And I know you've seen these before. Next up, 20 are medium ground targets. So at an airfield or air base, you're going to see this with a little tower. That's 20. All guns with two bunkers. Sometimes they're together and sometimes one is over here. Those are 20. Uh, the little tent city, like from District 9, those are going to be worth 20. And I know I'm going to miss some of them, but this is one at a command center, I think. Has two buildings, one on the side, two little ones, and another one here, similar to this. These are all worth 20, so keep those in mind. 30, now these are get to the bigger ones. These are going to be at garrisons. Each garrison has two of these, so if you can knock this out, that's 30. Command centers have these, which are very annoying to destroy. One bomb doesn't do it because these stupid little sections here. So I hate trying to destroy these, but these are at command centers 30. One bomb can do this at a military base, and another bomb, even rockets, can take this out. So I know you've seen these before. Just memorize what they're worth. 30 points, right? And now we get to 50. We get to the big boys. So at a mining plant, you'll see these heavily armored. 50 points each. And then this one with a bunch of little soda cans here. I know it's the armored is squared and not armored is circle like this, but honestly, when I'm flying in the middle of a battle in the GA or whatever, I'm trying to bomb, I'm not paying attention to squares or circles. I'm just like, which one is it? Okay, this is what I need to do. So just memorize what the ground targets look like. And of course, the center of the command center, the radar dish, this is 50. I tend to try to, with my guns, take this out or maybe some rockets and then fire or drop the bombs in this area to destroy the structure. And now 80 points. The biggest ones that the biggest ground targets you ever find. This one here is at the military base, the missile base. Very hard to take out. You're gonna need multiple bombs and rockets. But sometimes what I do is if I'm in the GA, I'll destroy this with guns first, and as I pass, I'll drop a bomb here and there. Gotta spread it out. And then obviously at the mining plant, the huge factory here, this is worth 80 points. You could take this out with your guns, but I'll try to drop a bomb here and here. Just space out the bombs. This is very hard to destroy also. And on a side note, this person who had posted on the forum, these little boats, they're worth 15 and 20. Now I mentioned this is triangle worth 20. Kind of like a home plate. House shape is worth 15. I really don't go for the boats unless there's nothing else to do. So I wouldn't recommend, oh, let me go kill a boat. But if it's there, at least you know, hey, it's gonna give me 50 to 20 points. And lastly, 50 points at a airfield or airbase. This command control tower here is 50. So those are all things that the game never tells you. It adds up the points for you, but it doesn't tell you what they're worth. And looking at this map, the bigger sectors, they take 140 capture points to capture when they're neutral and 180 when they're held by the enemy team. So all these are neutral. So right now, the mining plant to capture this is 140. The command center is 140. Garrisons are 90. So garrisons and air bases or forward airstrips are easiest. All the other ones have 140 for neutral and 180 to take an enemy sector. So that's very important when you're in a sector to try to figure out what you need to do. So in this map, there's two garrisons. So neutral, they take 90 points to capture, and then once they're captured by the enemy team, it takes 120. So ADA, the ones that have it, they're worth 40. and an enemy aircraft is worth 60. So if you fly into a garrison, you can easily kill the 2 heavies and one light fighter to get it. Or if you're capturing it, you can destroy 2 ground targets that are worth 30, so you'll be at 60. One that's 20, so you'll be at 80, and then one that's 15. So let's say I want to capture a garrison that's worth 90, right? Just how I mentioned. Only using ground targets, you're going to need to kill 2 of these, which will give you 60. One of these, which will give you 20. So you'll be at 80. And if you can, another gun, or this easy one here, that's 15. So in your head, you should always be trying to calculate which one do I need, what attack, what target do I need to take this out, how many planes. If I take this plane out, how many ground targets? You should always be running through your head of what you can do. So you can push pause and take a better look at these. But garrisons and the forward airstrip, that's 90 and 100. And all the other ones are 140 and 80. So keep those numbers in mind. And I'm going to throw up a replay. I put one here with a bunch of, I know this is confusing, but military bases, you see 140 and 80, 140 and 80. And the air base with the wrench, 140 and 180, 140 neutral, 80. And the one without the wrench is just like a garrison. So I'm gonna put up a replay in a multi-row I had. I was attacking a command center, and just I'm gonna go through it where you can see the capture points accumulating as I'm capturing it. All right, I recorded this clip for another video, so I was talking it, so I'm just gonna mute the sound so I can use it for this one. But our team captured this command center, and as you can see, the points go to 180. So that means the enemy team has to capture 180 points to get that back. So I'm making my way toward the other one, and if I rewind this a little bit, you see how they already have some of the red. So this is neutral, and they're trying to capture it, right? They killed 1 aircraft, so they have 40. So when I kill this one, it's gonna put us back to neutral. So I'm killing the ADA that are worth 40. And once you're in the sector, okay, now I'm in the sector, and look at this. It tells you this is a neutral base, and each team needs 140 to capture it. And that's why it's easier to capture enemy bases, because if they were to get something, this would go in their favor. And when you capture something, you have to take away what they did, put it back to neutral, and then capture yours. So it's more work. So now this base is neutral, and we need 140 capture points. Now I'm gonna drop 2 bombs on this, which has the 2 bunkers, so this should be worth 20. And medium armored target 30. So one of our guys destroyed this one. That's worth 30, right? So now we have 30. I destroyed that gun, so now that gives me 20. So now we have 190, and we need 90 basically. This is like in total. We need 90 to capture this. So look at this next ground target. The medium, I destroy it. 20 more. So now this shows you how much the other team needs. They need to erase what we did and then get 140. So we only need 50. So this, always look at this when you're in a base. How much do I need? 50? Okay, think in your head. I know how much each ground targets are worth. I know how much planes are worth. Sometimes it's easier to just get a ground target, because if you go up to the ADA, they just fly in circles. They do the stupid stuff that they do, and it takes longer. So sometimes it's better to just go for a ground target. So we need 50. I turn around. I'm scanning the area. Always look for the weakest ground targets. What doesn't have any health? What's the easiest thing I can do? I'm scanning. I take a look, and then I see this. Oh, one of my little bombs should be able to take that out. So I drop 1 bomb there, and then you see plus 20. And this only shows you what you do. If your team captures other stuff, it won't pop up to show what you did. This will increase, so you know for a fact that you're doing this damage. We need 30 more. So as the screenshot earlier, I know this is 15. But right before I do this, our team destroys one that's worth 20. So as you can see, 250, it's going to shoot up to 270. And then we only need 10 more. And capturing that, we get the base. There's 270, and then plus mine 180. So now that we captured this, the enemy team only needs 180 points to capture it. But rewinding a little bit, where we are right now, the enemy team needs 250 to capture it. They have to erase everything that we did and then capture it themselves. So if you're ever coming to attack a base and the enemy team almost has it, don't try to fight with them. Don't try to do all this stuff. Just let them take it, and then the bots will go away, and then all you need is 180 instead of 250. So to conclude, always look at what ground targets you have, memorize what they're worth, what they look at. ADA aircraft are worth 40, enemy aircraft are worth 60. And when you're in a sector, look at this and it tells you how much you need. And this, I was trying to get screenshots from my ME262 rocket video, so I'm just gonna put this up there. But yeah, nowhere in the game does it explain how much every single thing is worth and how much each base needs. You just kind of have to figure out on your own. And all the best players, they know that like the back of their hand. So I hope this helped you. Rockets are being launched from behind the aircraft, and I ultimately chose this one because it has the guns, has the rockets, and the explosion. But anyway, now you know the ground targets. Now you know how to attack each sectors and what you need. So I hope this was a little help, and that'll be it for this one.